So you're saying pyramids don't look like mountains?
No, I'm saying, for one, mountains already suspicious. They look like dead titans, dead giants. They look like melted buildings, and they look like, most of all, they look like tree stumps. And then boom, pyramids too.
Tamaru means ancient America. Memphis, Tennessee, they found Egypt there.
Was there an Egyptian civilization in the United States? This is Monk's Mound, found in Collinsville, Illinois. Its base is about the size of the Great Pyramid of Giza, and it is many times larger than the Pyramid of the Sun in Mexico. If we look at a map of the Mississippi River, we can see many cities named after mounds and many cities named after Egyptian cities like Cairo in Illinois and Memphis in Tennessee. There are mounds absolutely everywhere along the Mississippi River, going all the way down to Mexico. Back in the 1800s, there was also rumors of an Egyptian find in the Grand Canyon. There was official newspaper articles that said they found gold artifacts and mummies. The mound builders of the Mississippi also created mummies from their dead. Where did they learn this practice that seems so Egyptian? Why did they build pyramids, and why are there so many cities named after Egyptian cities next to these mounds along the Mississippi River?
Hey, welcome to another episode of the Godspeed Podcast. What's going on, bud?
You know, snacking.
What are you snacking on? Not nothing from a tree, right? No.
Well, here's the thing. If you look at it like this. Grass grows on the ground. Cows eat the grass. I mean the cow. And today I'm eating grass here.
There's some logic there for you, bud.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How you been?
Hungry?
Any trips?
When this comes out, I'll probably be in Montana.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Dope.
So.
Have fun.
Yeah, man.
Have fun. All
Yeah,
right.
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great.
All right. So, today's episode, we're gonna actually focus on one thing for once. What's up?
How are you?
I'm good. Good.
How have you been?
You know, just living the dream. And I don't say that like in a sarcastic way, like you're like what is meant when you say it. You know, life's good.
No, listen to my question. How are you feeling right now? And give me the long answer.
I feel content. I don't know. What do you mean the long answer? I feel good. Like I'm happy to be recording right now. Before this I was out laying in a hammock in the sun, watching the sun go down, and got a dog, and life's good. What else? What else do I need?
You tell me. It's your life.
I'd like to be a husband, and a father, someday.
Okay.
But they'll come whenever they come. I ain't sweating it.
Good.
I'm good.
Good, man.
All right.
Love to hear that.
Yeah.
Love to hear it.
Me too. I love to say it.
It's important.
Yeah. All right.
Put in the yeah.
Put it in where? Oh, in the universe. Yeah, for sure. Alrighty. Here is our first video without any introduction.
What do we got today?
Oh, you want me to introduce it?
If you like.
They will. Here we go.
But this book is from 1981 called The Bible is History. It has some interesting maps in it. Let me show you. So this is the map from part 1. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But basically, when I laid the ancient Nile River over the current Mississippi River, they fit perfectly, as though they were mapping the same places. Now the book is called The Bible is History, and it's from 1981. Let's take a look. As you'll see here, this is the map shown on the opening page of the book. Notice Babylon, Nineveh, all sorts of places. Now let's see how this ancient map of the Holy Land fits over America. Now what I did is overlaid the map from the book onto North America, because this is the Holy Land. I wanted to point out these mountain ranges and other geographical features, like the ancient sea line, to show y'all how I overlaid it. this. Check out where the rivers are located and the southern border of modern-day Texas there. Look at how perfectly these features line up. See the ancient sea line there? Look where it is in the Gulf of Caribbean, right where it is on the map. And as we can tell from this map, the Nile extended out much farther in the Caribbean. And just to look at it again from the first video, this is the Mississippi River with the ancient waterways and currents, overlain with the ancient Nile River. They fit like a glove. Both maps from the American South and down into Mexico. Ancient Egypt was here. Modern Egypt was called Kemet. And lastly, I wanted to look at some of the places listed in the book and see if they lined up with current places we know of. I found this, the Moab Ancient Fortress. Now looking in that area, I found Goliad State Park down in southern Texas. Let's take a look. Well, this one definitely looks like it could be biblical error. Look at those black streaks. Is this the Moab Ancient Fortress? It could definitely fit the bill to be Moab Frontier Fortress. Is the biblical map showing us the layout of Texas? Oh, look at that, a granary, just like from the Bible. I'd like to hear their story on this place. Founded complete with a tower and all, you know, to watch for Israelites or anyone else wandering. Oh, have you seen enough yet to determine America's the Holy Land? I wouldn't blow it off.
So, if you didn't gather what this is talking about, is he placed a map from the Bible is whatever the name of it is. The Bible is truth or whatever, and he put the map of America and the Mississippi River over the Nile map, and it matched up perfectly, with the Mississippi River being the Nile River, and and cities like Goliad in Texas. And he went there, and there's the freaking church, and not the church, but the castle. So this is what this episode's about. Is America Egypt?
Isn't Egypt?
Is America the Egypt from the Bible? Is it the Holy Land? Is it?
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right.
Next video.
In 1908, President Teddy Roosevelt sought to protect the Grand Canyon from timber and mining operations. Explorer G.E. Kincaid, anticipating the closure, mounted an expedition to the area to find minerals. But what he discovered there was something completely unexpected. Approximately 40 miles upriver from El Tovar Crystal Canyon, Kincaid observed unusual sediment stains, and upon investigation found a cavern entrance with steps leading to it, suggesting a man-made structure. Inside, Kincaid found writings on the walls not in English or Native American scripts, but in ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics. This finding suggested a historical connection far beyond local or known civilizations. The cave system revealed a vast underground city, estimated to house up to 50,000 people, complete with granaries, cooking areas, and artifacts, indicating a sophisticated society with knowledge of metalwork and possibly agriculture. Among the findings were granaries with preserved seeds, tools made of copper indicating a lost art of hardening the metal, and various artifacts that pointed to a technologically advanced civilization. The complexity of the cave system with engineered passageways and rooms challenged contemporary understandings of ancient civilizations in North America. Kincaid's findings led to a Smithsonian expedition led by Professor S.A. Jordan, which further explored the cave system, uncovering a central chamber with a statue resembling Buddha, hinting at a cultural amalgamation or influence from distant lands. The artifacts and the layout of the cave suggested a deliberate, sophisticated design, contradicting the notion of an isolated or primitive local civilization. Despite significant discoveries, mainstream researchers and the Smithsonian have labeled the account as a hoax and dismissing the claims of an advanced civilization predating Native Americans in the Grand Canyon, and the possibility of ancient transoceanic contacts that might have influenced pre-Columbian American civilizations. Any and all attempts to further explore or validate Kincaid's findings face governmental restrictions, with areas off limits for exploration. This remarkable discovery aligns with local tribal legends, such as those of the Hopi, suggesting a historical basis for tales of ancient peoples and non-human entities emerging from the Grand Canyon, blending myth with tangible archaeological intrigue.
What's you think about that, bud?
If it's true, they got some splaining to do.
Yeah.
But I did hear recently that there's parts of the Grand Canyon that people aren't allowed to go to.
Yeah.
Like, controlled by the government.
Yeah. So the Smithsonian goes up and, like, anytime, I don't know if you've seen the videos online anywhere of giant bones getting dug up and stuff. Mm-hmm. The Smithsonian goes to all of those sites, pays money, buys up all the sites, and then shuts it down.
That's so weird.
Yeah, we gotta do a giant episode too.
You're a giant episode.
Thanks. Okay. I guess we'll keep going.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Secret. And I asked him, what secret is he talking about? He said, yes, America is Egypt. He was like, that's what the Seminole War was about, the Louisiana Purchase was about. And he was like, look up this map. It's called Tamari. And he said, y'all, it's Tamarikans. So I went to look up at the map, right? And I was amazed he was right. He was like, that's y'all true nationality. And he was like, when the Seminole War broke out, that's when they won and they took over America and started calling them Americans, and they spelt it different. And the Bible is based upon y'all. All pastors know this, Freemasonry know this, everybody know this.
Pyramid on the Nile in Northeast Africa doesn't have stair steps going
So
up.
were we the
It doesn't have
Tamarikans?
temples.
Huh?
So were we the Tamarikans?
Apparently, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
They're hiding Egypt.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why would they? Why?
Bro.
Why?
Why do they hide everything from us? Alright.
On top of its summits, they could not go and break through the boat on the temples atop those great pyramids. There are none there. And that was the clue that Egypt was writing about the Americans. And the deeper I got into the records, the clearer it got. They started actually saying, and because Amun loved that land so much, he said it's his beloved land, and that word was Mary, the beloved. Mary, M-E-R-I, Mary. And the land, of course, as before, is Ta, the beloved land, Ta Mary. And they kept that name and just put the Ta on the end of it, so Ta Mary became a Mary Ta. We simply say America. We kept the name that Egypt gave to the Americans.
I like it.
So that was the big mystery behind that $10 million map that Martin Waldseemüller made and then put the name America on it in 1507. And then those who knew and those who were trying to hide things said, wait a minute, you can't put that name on here. And the next time he reprinted that map, it was off, it was gone. Because that's the name that Egypt had given the land.
You were gonna say something? Go ahead.
I'm gonna start telling everybody they're Tamarican when I see them. Did you know you're Tamarican?
Yeah.
Not American.
Tuh.
Tamarican.
Yeah.
Tamarican.
Is that like a Native American?
Yeah,
Florida
because
State.
it's like the OG. Oh, that might. No, that's Florida State.
Do you still watch
Seminoles.
that?
College football?
Yeah.
I haven't watched college football in a long time.
for you.
I might watch the national championship, but that's about it.
So what you think so far about the Egypt America blah, 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 thing?
Not sold yet, bud.
All right, let's keep going.
Not sold
All
yet.
right, one more.
Not sold yet.
One more again. One more again.
The hidden Egypt. Is it possible
Are you
that the
code
heart of the
switching?
biblical Egypt was in the Americas?
Code
Let's talk
switching.
about
I
it.
get around you
Now,
for
when it
too
comes
long,
to looking for the
I start
geographic
code switching.
locations of certain civilizations,
Okay.
using the description from the books that talk about these civilizations, such as the Bible talking about Egypt, one of the best clues of finding a geographic location of a civilization is to look at the description of the big famous body of water that is next to these civilizations. For example, the most famous body of water next to Egypt, according to the Bible, happens to be the Nile. Now let's take a look at one of the descriptions of what the Bible says about the Nile River. This is Isaiah chapter 11, verse 15. And the Lord shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea, and with his mighty wind shall he shake his hand over the river, and shall smite it in the 7 streams, and make men go over dry shod. So in the book of Isaiah, it says that the Nile
Smiting.
has 7 major streams. However, when you look up the modern African Nile, it only has 3 main tributaries, 3 main streams. But the Bible states that the Nile has 7 streams. So when discussing ancient Egypt, the focus has to be on the Nile River system of the White Nile and the Blue Nile, which is allegedly the longest river in the world at 4,132 miles long. However, when you combine the Mississippi River system of the Missouri River, 2,540 miles, and the Mississippi, 2,340 miles, you have a total length in miles of 4,890, which is 758 miles longer than the Nile River system that is in Africa. So yes, the Mississippi River system is the longest, which is a strong indication that it was your first Nile River system. So the Mississippi River has 7 major streams, and it flows into the Gulf of Mexico, which possibly could indicate that the Gulf of Mexico was once known as the Egyptian Sea in the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 15. Additional clues can be found with a quick study of the etymology of the name Missouri. You will learn that it's just a corruption of the word Mitzrayim, Who was Mitzrayim? Mitzrayim, according to the Bible, was the son of Ham. He was the younger brother of Cush and the elder brother of Phut and Canaan, the Phoenicians. Those families together made up the Hamite branch of Noah's descendants. So Mitzrayim is the Hebrew word for Egypt. So yeah, as I've stated, the modern African Nile only has 3 main tributaries, 3 main streams coming from the Nile. But the Bible states that there are 7. The Mississippi has 7 major streams and is one of the longest rivers in the world, and it flows into the Mexican Gulf, or what is possibly the tongue of the Egyptian Sea. Mitzrayim is the Hebrew and Aramaic name for the land of Egypt. Mitzrayim is the dual form of Matzor, meaning a mound or fortress, the name of a people descended from Ham. It was the name generally given by the Hebrews to the land of Egypt and its people. You have mounds found all over the Americas, but especially all up and down the Mississippi River. In fact, you have so many mounds built along the Mississippi River, the academics have named the people that built them the Mississippi Mound Builders. This is a significant fact because mounds are associated with Mitzrayim, which is Egypt. You have virtually no mounds in Africa. Therefore, the sheer number of mounds in the Americas and pyramids in the Americas is a strong indication that America is...
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That the Mississippi's got 7 and the Nile's only got 3. The Bible says it's got 7. And
Yeah.
yeah, dude, it's fucking nuts.
Interesting. Also, like, they touched on something earlier, and I was thinking about it. Finding Egyptian, like, petroglyphs or whatever.
Yeah.
In the Grand Canyon. Dude, they found all kinds of, like, weird Christianity stuff in, like, weird Aztec temples also. Like, that definitely shouldn't have been there.
But they showed them?
Yeah. Yep. Well, I don't know if they showed them.
If they showed them, I have a hard time believing it's the real truth, just based on my experience in life so far.
I mean, this was something I watched on one of your least favorite people's podcasts. So
Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's skeptical then.
For you?
Nah, he's probably had guests on that are like real info givers, but he has a whole bunch of nonsense on there too. But anyway, we're not talking about Joe Rogan.
Okay.
All right. This is a chick driving in Washington.
So, pyramid. That you cannot mistake that for anything else but a pyramid. And it has everything. It's a pyramid. Don't argue with me. Have a good day.
What do you think?
Looks like a mountain.
Looks like a dude. Look at it.
So you're saying pyramids don't look like mountains?
No, I'm saying, for one, mountains already suspicious. I'm serious though, bro. Mountains already suspicious. As soon as you just say the word, I'm suspicious because they look like dead titans, dead giants. They look like melted buildings. And they look like, most of all, they look like tree stumps. And then boom, pyramids too. So mountains already suspicious. What you got to say about that?
I'm not gonna. Don't argue with me. just like what she said. Don't argue with me.
Know what I'm at? All right. Next.
Okay.
In the 1930s, archaeologists
argue with you,
uncovered an
bud.
Egyptian temple buried in eastern Tennessee near Norris Dam.
What?
During the construction of the dam, the Tennessee Valley Authority discovered native mounds and began excavating the area, leading to the remarkable find of a large platform resembling a temple. Over 400 workers were involved in the excavation, unearthing multiple skeletons and unique relics, including a pigment box containing a shade of purple previously unknown in North America. Scholar James Randall Harris proposed that the temple was originally built by pharaonic Egyptian emigrants to honor the deities Isis and Osiris. Interestingly, Cherokee legends also mention a priesthood known as the Ani-Kutani, who claimed to possess celestial knowledge and were associated with the phrase, "I am from above." Chief Charles Hicks wrote about the Cherokees' encounter with mound builders, suggesting a connection to the temple's discovery in eastern Tennessee. Today, the temple lies submerged beneath a lake, leaving behind a fascinating historical mystery.
How'd that happen? How'd they get a lake there? They just put a lake on top of it?
Bro.
That's how you know they don't want us to find it. They put a lake on top of that bitch.
Bro, you know Lake Mead covered an entire fucking St. Thomas, the entire fucking town, like fucking 1,600 acres or some shit. They built the
That's
Hoover
good.
Dam, and they flooded that town with Lake Mead. And
Yeah, why?
Lake Mead got so fucking low that you can actually go. I actually just found this out. You can go to the town and walk around the old fucking ancient civilization. Like, it's an ancient city that was buried. It's probably got a whole bunch of Tartarian type shit.
Well, what the fuck are you doing here?
I just found out today about it.
Well, I know what we're doing next time I'm there.
Bro, for real. Yeah.
I'm gonna all right.
Bring our guns.
Yep.
Yep. A riot might break out or something. We are in Nevada. Well, Nevada's not really near the border. Anyway, here's the next video.
The foreign programming. This is the original Egypt. Not only is it's bigger,
been there.
but look
On
at
the
the
top.
erosions around. This is a sign of destruction, signs of bombing, signs of fire. So these were areas in sight that they were destroying to hide the evidence. I'm sorry if you never knew about this. This is not a call against you. This is we all victim here.
Look at those
And
two
you are
pictures,
a
though.
victim, what we
I
call
fucking see 'em,
educational
Joe.
That's a
victimization.
Sphinx on top
They
that was
didn't
fucking
bring that
blown
to
up.
you. You didn't even
I mean,
know.
And I bet you
ever
Go ahead.
You ever as a kid lay on your back and look at the clouds?
Yeah.
They can be anything you want them to be.
Nah, bro. Look at those two pictures.
I seen them.
Look at these 2
I'm
pictures.
sorry.
Look at these 2 pictures. Okay, so
It's the evidence.
I guarantee you that's facing towards that one. Like, it's going to align with the stars with Virgo and Leo, because that's what the Sphinx is. There's probably fucking 4 of them, all facing. You know what I mean? The star.
All right. Hey, man.
Hey man, what?
It's your world. I'm just living in it.
Bruh, you ain't never lie. We're all the main characters. If you're not the main character in your story, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
Yeah. Yeah. Go eat a Twinkie, you fuck. It didn't hit as hard as I thought.
I don't know what that meant.
No.
What's it?
They do. You guys know. Leave it in the comments below.
Okay. Here's the next
What
video.
am I talking about?
Nobody fucking knows, bro.
They know.
Here you go.
A lot of people have difficulties accepting that Egypt is in the United States. The Grand Canyon, Sedona have relics that are much older and predate that in which we've seen in ancient Kemet. And so I just wanted to show you guys this in the book. I went there on my own. I actually had participated in the tour of these ancient relics, and I've seen them with my own eyes. But as you can see, this is Osiris. This is a monument that was built in Sedona. And then you can see in the rocks as well, Isis. This is in ancient Kemet. You can see her curves and everything is right here. This is the Temple of Isis. That is her freaking throne. Listen, you guys, this is in Sedona. And when you go to the Grand Canyon, there's some other gods that have written books that have shown these things. Here is Thoth. Thoth is the bird being. You can see his beak and everything sitting right here. This is the ancient Kemet, Ra, Thoth in Sedona. This is also Horus. The rocks are worn. This is Anubis. Hathor. This is Hathor here. This is Ma'at. Akhenaten. Within the rocks. Akhenaten. These predate Kemet. The rocks have been underwater and they have experienced wear and tear. Massive amounts of wear and tear. Here's Thoth again. Thoth, the god of wisdom. Right? The bird being, the beak. Okay? We have camels, baboons. Look at that face. Look at that face right there. In the rocks. In Sedona. You cannot deny this. Okay? The Sphinx. There is a Sphinx in Sedona. You can see this clearly. I'm going to find another angle. Okay, here it is. You can in Sedona. Okay? These things are real, you guys. And the lion heads are in Sedona. The rocks have been worn. Look at the Olmec, the statue of the Olmecs in Sedona, you guys. Sedona, Arizona. Bird beings are in the rocks. These are ancient temples in Sedona from ancient Atlantis. They try to say that Atlantis is a fable, is a myth. No, it is not. It predates Kemet. Okay, queens and kings of Sedona. Atlantean queens and kings. These are the queens and kings of Atlantis. Okay, carved within the rocks in Sedona. Right, King Zozar, kings of Thunder Mountain. These ancient carvings have been worn over a millennia. right? You cannot deny this. When water wears on rocks, then the appearance of them disintegrates. Look at that face right there. We are here. We have been here. We have been in the United States. We are indigenous to the United States because the United States is Egypt. And when I have the opportunity to go back to Sedona, look at this. When I have the opportunity to go back to Sedona, I will give you guys and I will go back on it. I will go back on this tour just to create live footage, live videos of these, because this is for real. This is for real. Nobody playing like no games. Like we're not clout chasing. We're trying to get you hip to your own fucking lineage. We're trying to make you aware of your power.
Yo, so there was a lot of cuts, and you're probably like, why she make a video like that? Those cuts are my fault. Okay, I didn't realize I was cutting away from the picture so much, but she said in Sedona fucking 90 times, bro. So I was cutting her saying in Sedona because she said it so many fucking. I should have cut it and just muted it, but it would have been choppy. What?
So I don't know about all that. All that.
I want that book, and next time we go to Sedona, I'm looking up that tour for sure.
I don't know about all that shit. Everything she was talking about, I don't know about all that. What I can say is there's something seriously significant in Sedona.
Oh yeah, with the vortexes and.
I don't even know about that. What I can say, speaking from experience, I genuinely feel different when I'm in Sedona, and when I leave Sedona than any other time in my entire life.
Really?
I genuinely feel different.
Dope.
So I don't know about all that. That's a lot.
Wow.
She got a lot going on, but I feel different. 100%.
Next time we come to Arizona, we gotta go to Sedona and do that tour.
Okay.
Bring your drone and.
Yeah.
We'll do an episode.
We should do an outdoor episode.
We should do a Hoover Dam episode too. Speaking of which.
Well, that we could definitely. Well, I can't get drone footage there because they don't allow you to do that. But
of course not. Not what I want.
Well, they don't want anybody flying it into their shit. I'm assuming all the power lines,
Sure.
generates electricity. That's the whole reason for it.
It's not because they're hiding shit. All right. This is in Chicago.
Chicago.
This building was founded in 1847 and erected in 1925.
Yep. That's how long my erection happened.
Look at all that.
It's crazy.
Chicago. Horse and buggy, they built that building with it right there.
Oh, your boy.
I hate this fucking guy.
Sorry, I got excited.
I've always hated this guy, though. You guys are the ones that like him. Here's them talking out loud. Telling you out loud what it is.
The XAI Data Center, or Supercomputer Center, training from beginning installation to start of training in 19 days, which is the fastest that anyone has ever gotten a supercomputer to train.
And is that in that new building off to the side?
That's in Memphis, actually.
It's in Memphis?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's where you were?
Yeah.
I see.
Memphis, the capital of ancient Egypt.
Right. Yeah, you're bringing what?
Perhaps that's where our new God will come from.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Yeah, I wish that was funny.
You hear what he said?
Yeah, I wish that was funny.
No. What Elon said.
Yeah, I heard the whole thing. What do you mean?
Ancient Egypt,
Which
the capital
part?
of Memphis.
Yeah. Maybe that's where our new God will come from.
Yeah, bro, they tell us. They be telling us.
Well, here's the thing. I think Elon knows. Honestly, I think Elon might be a fucking alien, bro. Or a different species.
Or a robot.
There's something there.
Yeah. All right, so what do you think about the ancient Egypt being in America? That's all I got for that. We had a couple more videos, but they don't have to do with that.
I say it all the time. You guys are probably tired. It's interesting. It's fucking interesting. Do I believe it? But that doesn't mean those things that supposedly they found aren't really there. There's something to them not allowing us to fully explore the Grand Canyon. There's something to the whole Mississippi River thing, and there's definitely something to Sedona. So if all that adds up and chalks up to being Egypt, then so fucking be it.
Looks like a duck and quacks like a duck.
You put it on somebody's Jeep door and hope they put it in their windshield.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so
Listen,
so you're on the fence on this one.
Yeah, you didn't sell me, but there's something.
Yeah. All right.
You got a toe in the door. You got a toe in the door. You know?
Sure.
You got a toe in the door.
Sure.
Don't put your fingers in there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Next video.
Fucking explain to me how a fucking waterfall works. Where does this fucking water come from? It's just unlimited water, comes down forever, and then you might say, oh, it comes from like a lake or an ocean. What, there's an ocean on top of the fucking mountain?
This doesn't make any sense. So this water is constantly flowing downstream, coming from this water source. Where does this water come from?
Ah, there's water. Yay. There is water. So I wonder where's this water coming from, but it is without water. From a tree.
What you are seeing here is another similarity between the ancient trees of our past and some of the trees today. You see, when the root system hits the underground water level and you cut down the tree, it starts pouring out water like a waterfall, much like you see coming out the tops and the sides of these massive ancient trees. And perhaps that's what caused the Great Flood. Once these massive trees were cut down, could you imagine all of the water gushing out all across this realm, all at once? It wouldn't take that long to flood this world at all. And what we see now are just the remains.
That's depressing.
It's depressing.
It wouldn't take long to flood this world at all.
That's probably what. I mean, bro. I don't think the Bible and religion have nothing to do with each other. I say that all the time. Yes, religion corrupted the Bible, added a bunch of books, removed a bunch of books, but there's a lot of truth in the Bible. Like, it fucking tells you, because they didn't know they were hiding all the shit that they're hiding now, that they were gonna hide all of it back then. So they had a book.
Do you think the movie Waterworld is coming true?
No.
Or will come true?
No.
You don't think we'll reflood? Maybe the smokers and the whatever the other people were.
I think we're past all that. But also,
Okay.
I'm not sure the trees are what flooded the world. I'm sure it contributed to where we have lakes and shit now. But there's geysers and shit. That's where I think the earth was flooded, from the geysers. And in the Bible, it talks about opening windows in the four corners. I think that's also where water probably came in from.
Joe, you know what I like about you?
What's that?
Use the phrase "I think." I think, not I know this is how it happened, because nothing.
I can't prove any of this.
Right, but nothing seems less intelligent than I know. To me.
Unless you know. I think belief is... Dave Flaherty says all the time, belief is the enemy of knowing. And I don't know for sure because they don't let me do things. I can prove certain things, and that's why I'm very confident about Flat Earth, because I can prove that we don't live on a spinning ball.
But you did say very confident, and you didn't say I'm positive. So I applaud you for that.
I know
you're leaving a little room.
No. I know
a little speck of room for being wrong, and I appreciate that about you. No, I don't want to hear.
You're about to appreciate this because I know we don't live on a spinning ball.
That's all, folks. Godspeed.
I know we don't live on a spinning ball, barreling through outer space. I'm positive of that. I promise you that.
Son of a bitch.
I know it, dude. I fucking know it.
You fucking.
All right, Godspeed.
Godspeed.
You've reached the offices of the Godspeed podcast. We are currently closed. Please leave your information and someone will return your call within 24 business days. Thank you.
Memphis also was classified as as having the #1 best water in the nation. So that's like, it's not a coincidence that Elon Musk puts this computer right in Memphis, right in the hood, and he is doing like, y'all know he basically having his way out here, like, and I want y'all to also think about, it was an interview that Elon Musk did, and he admitted that the new God was gonna come out of Memphis, right? He admitted this, and he also said that Memphis is the capital of ancient Egypt.